This is the Ridingtimes 1500 watt electric bike, and I've got to say, this thing caught my attention right out of the box. Standing tall with its sturdy carbon steel frame and those 20-inch wide fat tires, it gives off a rugged, no-nonsense vibe. The long adjustable seat is what immediately stands out. It's designed to fit riders of various heights, and let me just say, it's a game changer for comfort. Whether you're someone shorter or really tall, this bike is ready to adjust to you. When I first laid eyes on it, I admit I was skeptical. Electric bikes are everywhere these days, and it feels like everyone is promising the best features for the best price. But I was curious because this bike claimed some pretty impressive things, like a 1500 watt peak motor, up to 150 miles of range with pedal assist, and the ability to handle steep hills. It just seemed like a lot of power in a single package. Now, after putting quite a few miles on it, I can share my experience and whether or not this bike lives up to all the hype. I'll start with the motor, because that's probably the heart of any electric bike. It's equipped with a 1500 watt peak brushless hub motor, and let me tell you, this bike moves. It reaches speeds of up to 28 miles per hour in pure electric mode, which feels fast, but still very manageable. It's smooth and responsive. I never felt like it was lurching or struggling, even when I tackled some steeper inclines. And I'm not just talking about gentle rolling hills, I mean sharp 30 to 35 degree slopes. From my experience, it feels like it effortlessly pulls you upward, which is perfect if you live in a hilly area or just want to challenge yourself with an adventure off the beaten path. The ride quality itself is something I really appreciated. It has a full suspension setup with front fork shocks and seat spring shocks, plus those fat tires that add an extra layer of cushioning. I've taken it on paved streets, dirt trails, and even sandy beach paths, and it handles all types of terrain surprisingly well. You can feel the suspension system absorbing bumps and uneven surfaces, making long rides less tiring. It's just built to keep you comfortable, no matter where you're riding. That being said, the shocks might feel a little stiff to some users, but for me, they've been a good balance of support and flexibility. Now let's talk about the battery, because, honestly, that's where a lot of electric bikes fall short. The Ridingtimes Ebike I'm testing has a 15.6 Ah removable battery, which means you can detach it and charge it indoors. Charging takes somewhere between 6 to 8 hours for a full charge, which might feel like a long time, but given the range this bike offers, I think it's a fair trade-off. On pedal assist mode, I've gotten close to 75 miles on a single charge, which really opens up possibilities for longer commutes or a solid weekend trip without constantly worrying about finding a place to plug in. When I use it in pure electric mode, I get more like 40 miles, which again, feels great considering the amount of power this thing has. Honestly, what's really got me hooked is the versatility of this bike. It has 3 riding modes: full electric, pedal assist, and plain old manual biking. Sometimes I just twist the throttle for a full electric ride when I'm trying to get somewhere quickly or when I feel a little lazy. Other times I use the pedal assist mode, which automatically kicks in with varying levels of electric support depending on what you set it to. The LCD display is easy to use, and it lets you select your assist level and see how much battery you have left. If I feel like getting a full workout, I switch to manual biking, and the 7-speed gear system makes it easier to match the terrain. The bike also comes with some nice additions, like bright LED headlights and taillights, which really come in handy during early morning or evening rides. Safety is something I always take seriously, and the lights give me extra peace of mind knowing I'm visible to cars and other riders. The disc brakes are another feature I've come to appreciate. They provide solid stopping power, and even in wet conditions, they don't feel mushy or unreliable. That being said, I've run into a few minor issues, but none that would make me regret using this bike. For instance, the weight of the bike might be a consideration for some people. It's pretty hefty, especially with the battery installed. That being said, I've found that its solid construction really adds to its durability. I once flipped the bike over completely during a rough off-road trail, and though I was bracing myself for some serious damage, the bike was surprisingly fine. The chain fell off once during another off-road excursion, but it was a quick fix, and it hasn't happened again since. I've also had to tighten a couple of bolts here and there, but that's standard maintenance for any bike. From my experience, puncture resistance is surprisingly good. I hit a piece of glass once and thought for sure my ride was over, but I had some tire sealant installed, and it's continued to hold air without any problems at all. Anyone who's taken a bike on rugged paths or commutes regularly knows tire issues can be a real headache, so this is something I genuinely appreciate. In my opinion, this bike works best for people who want a mix of convenience, adventure, and practicality. It's not just a commuter bike, it's also perfect for someone like me who likes to explore off-road trails. If you're looking to replace some car trips or want a bike that performs equally well on city streets as it does on dirt paths, you might really enjoy this one. I think it's also a great option for apartment dwellers because the removable battery simplifies the charging process. In conclusion, the Ridingtimes 1500-watt electric bike delivers the power, range, and comfort that I value in an electric bike. It's built to tackle different terrains, whether for commuting or recreational rides. Of course, no bike is absolutely perfect. Things like the charging time and weight might be drawbacks for some. But for me, those are minor inconveniences compared to the overall experience of riding this thing. It's a solid investment for someone looking to get into electric bikes or even upgrade to a more capable model. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below to let me know what you think. Have you tried an electric bike before? What features matter most to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care and see you next time.